Howdy there, I'm that indie games guy, and if you're here, then you're exactly like me. You love indie games and want to know what games will be coming out in the future. Or if you're watching this from the future, games that have already been released. This video, I'll explore a whole list of indie games that are set to be released shortly. These could be games you've already wishlisted, or unknown gems. Let me know in the comments below if you like the look of any of these games, and let the video commence. Starting off this lovely list of new games is Pull Stay, a strange beat-them-up tower defense game, and I'll say the best way to explain this game in a few words is, what am I looking at? You'll need to use your fists of fury, or set up traps around the house to repel the incoming forces trying to take over. This wacky whirlwind of a game is the perfect mix of crazy and deadly. You'll play as a robot guard, tasked with protecting your shut-in owner from harm. Why are these people coming into the house to try and get them? Well, I guess that's for you to find out. Pull Stay will be releasing into early access for up to a year. During this time there'll be new levels, enemies and bosses added to the game. Expect more to come from this wonderful world of weird. It's a tale as long as time, religion and science. What would happen if they started a war right now? Well, I guess we kind of have an answer with this. This is Gods Against Machines, an RTS overlord game where you'll play as God, or one of them, to protect your planet from harm, as hordes of machines have landed on your planet and wish to claim it for themselves. You'll have heavenly powers in which you can smite down the robots before they claim any of your land, summon minions and buildings to assist you in defending, and do everything in your powers to stop this assault. This is a blend of Supreme Commander and Black and White, a very strange mix, but one we have always asked the questions about. Would God powers or a robot army win? A game I've covered slightly before with Steam Next Fest, and it's finally getting its release this week. This is William and Sly, an adorable adventure where you'll play as a cute fox who has the whole world to explore. You'll need to locate mushrooms to try and save the land from an evil enchantress. No combat and nothing like health to worry about here. William and Sly is all about the joy of being free and enjoying the moments that you have in front of you. You'll get to travel the lands while finding hidden items, all whilst a chilled out soundtrack is playing in the background. If you're looking for your chill game to play for the next week or so, I think you've just found it. Following on, we're heading back to the Stone Age, where land is clean and untouched, and it's ripe for the taking in Primitive Society Simulator, a survival city builder where survival is key and every decision shapes the fate of your tribe. In this captivating simulation game, you'll take on the role of a tribal leader, guiding your people through the challenges of prehistoric life, from hunting and gathering to mastering fire and forging alliances. The fate of your society rests in your hands. But it's not all about survival, it's about thriving. You'll need to manage resources wisely, explore new territories, and navigate the complexities of early human society. Will you lead your tribe to greatness, or will you succumb to the harsh realities of this ancient world? Things are about to get creepy. You'll never feel safe no matter where you run or hide. This is Terror at Oakheart, a survival horror side-scroller that'll put you straight into an 80s horror flick, but you can't just look away if you get scared, you'll have to push forward to survive this nightmare. Teddy has been let loose, no teenager is safe in this town, and you'll need more than your typical lone survivor to survive in this one. Play as multiple different survivors, each with different talents and weaknesses that you'll have to use so you don't have to beg not to be decapitated. The murderer isn't your typical run-of-the-mill killer. Unknown sounds, strange sightings, and an eerie feeling as the hairs on the back of your neck stand up. Something's definitely lurking in the shadows that you can't quite see. This stunning game will have you looking for answers whilst trying to look after yourself from the horror that's chasing you. Looking for a charming blend of strategy and luck? Well, look no further than Dicefolk, in this beautiful turn-based combat monster catcher. You'll need more than just stats and skills to win. Luck has never been so important when fighting. Dicefolk is a roguelike at the core. You'll have to journey around to capture new chimeras to fight for you. Imagine Pokemon, but it's one of those Nuzlocks that you've seen on YouTube that make the game 10 times harder. You won't be guaranteed to capture new chimeras to add to your collection. The game will have certain paths that you can take, and it's up to you to decide which way you go, which means it's kind of a roll of the dice which way your quest is going to take you. Speaking of a roll of a dice, combat won't be your simple attack, defend, magic. It all comes down to the roll that you make that decides what you can do and what can't be done within a turn. Dicefolk is going to be something special. It's got the fundamentals to be a fantastic game, and I hope that they're able to succeed with this. We're about to mash together cute, adorable and cozy with education to make the ultimate learning game that's bound to make you understand certain Japanese words or phrases after playing. This is Shashingo, Learn Japanese with Photography. This is an immersive cozy exploration game that will have you taking pictures on your travels. These will then translate to English so we can learn as we play. The world around you is beautiful and it will have you wishing that you were there exploring the real place. Meet cats trying to play, check out old school arcades and much more. This isn't your average educational game. This is a peek into a culture that's beautiful and full of history. All the photos you take will enter your little scrapbook and paint a picture of the world that you've seen. I've never been good at learning by reading, but this is something that I believe I'll thrive at. Being able to see the object or place, interact with it, and be able to look back and remember the memory. Shashingo is perfect for the cozy adventurer who wishes to learn Japanese. If you're craving an emotional roller coaster, then look no further. This is Brothers, A Tale of Two Sons remake. This beloved indie classic has been remastered with enhanced graphics and gameplay, allowing players to experience the heart-warming story of two brothers on a quest to save their dying father. What sets Brothers apart is its innovative controller scheme, where players simultaneously control both brothers using a single controller. This unique mechanic creates a deep bond between the characters and the player, resulting in a truly immersive experience. When we played the original, we played both of us controlling one brother at the same time. One of us holding the right side of the controller and the other the left. It kind of makes couch co-op get even closer. With its touching narrative, stunning visuals and innovative gameplay, Brothers: A Tale of Two Sons remake is more than just a game. It's an unforgettable journey that will stay with you for long after the credits roll. It's the classic tale of zombies taking over the world. Hordes roam the streets looking for fresh brains to eat, but what if things could be different? What if you had the power to control the zombies? Would you take control of the world yourself? Or would you just live an easy life, getting them to do your washing and cook your food? This is Welcome to ParadiZe with a Z, a zombie survival game where you'll use your new powers to control the zombies, and hopefully not get eaten on the way to a new paradise. Build a camp for you and your zombie friends to stay, or invite a friend for some co-op fun. Explore the world that is now infested with the Walking Dead, as you look for materials and parts to upgrade your gear, and build new items once you get back to your new home. Welcome to ParadiZe will be a wild ride from start to end. Just the fact that you can control the zombies is such a cool and interesting feature that will have people flooding to this game to give it a try. In the desolate world of Avoid Hope, a dystopian retro adventure, darkness reigns supreme, and hope is but a distant memory. Follow the story of a tormented couple as they try to decipher reality from nightmares, and evade the shadowy threats lurking in the dark. It's impossible to not love the retro graphics, as the atmospheric lighting gives you just a slight glimpse into the world that's currently surrounding you. Doomed and nothing but despair lurks in this town. Travel as fast as you can to escape, but it won't be simple. Avoid Hope features multiple puzzles that will have you stand still and worry about the darkness around you. If you're not fast, maybe it'll just catch up to you. With its immersive storytelling, atmospheric soundtrack and stunning visuals, Avoid Hope promises to be an unforgettable journey into the abyss. It's time to put down your controllers, the keyboard and mouse, and pick up the VR headset as we travel into the world of HEARTSHOT, an adrenaline-pumping action-adventure that's bound to make it seem like you're James Bond. Infiltrate a covert facility, and with your trusty highly magnetic gloves, aim to take down this group before they can take down the world. VR shooters can be really fun games, and these gloves make HEARTSHOT a must-play within the VR space. Grab guns off fallen enemies from afar. You can even throw your gun like a boomerang when bullets fail, and I know for a fact there'll be videos on YouTube in the future that will show off some crazy combinations and moves that I could never have imagined doing. Being released into early access, HEARTSHOT will have the first few chapters available early doors, with the last two still being polished up ready for public to play. I have high expectations for HEARTSHOT. It seems really fun for a VR game, and I'm sure I can see myself trying to pull off some crazy moves with this cool glove that we have. We sadly move over to the final game on the list of new games releasing this week. This is the Brew Barons, an open world flying game where evil pirates are slowly making the world a corrupt and terrible place. It's time someone finally stood up to them and attempts to take them on in a mission of brews. You'll need to fly your dinky seaplane through pirate infested waters to get to your destination to deliver the goods that you've made. Upgrade your plane to become the wings of freedom. Master the art of brewing, as you'll need to use the items you've collected on your travels to decide what ingredients to add to your brew. And as you start to grow and become more well known, open up your own bar to take all the clients from the pirates and throw them overboard. The Brew Barons will be an exciting flight into danger, but one that someone needs to make to stand up for justice. And that there is the end of the list of games being released this week. Let me know down in the comments if you'll be playing any of these titles. Most of all, I hope you all have a lovely week, and I'll catch you all in the next one. Bye bye!